I'm Doug Bone. I'm an organic farmer in south central Saskatchewan.
Well, I'm Don Kosick, and I'm a community activist out here in the prairies of Canada in Saskatchewan.
I'm involved with the class action lawsuit against Bayer and Aventis. We've formed a committee that's raising funds to fight that fight. Contamination can happen by a dozen different methods. Contamination can happen. Mustard is a very close relative of canola, so there could be genetic cross-pollination happen with genetically engineered canola. So
Even though it's not the same species technically, but because of the same family,
they're the same family, and cross-pollination could happen. This is organic mustard that I grow on my farm, and I also picked a couple of canola pods from a neighbor's field. So there's a canola seed. It may or may not be genetically engineered, but you can imagine if a bird drops a seed like that onto my field, and all it takes is one plant to contaminate sample of my organic mustard. If this mustard gets to port and my customer tests it for genetically engineered contamination, that's it. I mean, it goes from being worth $25 a bushel to being worth $8 a bushel, or worthless in some people's minds.
Because it's your reputation in a way that's at stake, right? Every
That's
time
right.
you sell something,
That's
it's
right. Once all the seed stocks are contaminated with genetically engineered varieties, then I've lost my right and my ability as a farmer to grow GE-free food. We're trying to get compensation for the damage that genetically engineered canola has caused the organic sector in the province. But more importantly, we're trying to stop the introduction of genetically engineered wheat.
There are tests going on with GE wheat,
Yeah.
and we don't know for sure how well they're making sure that that the GE wheat that they're growing in those test plots are not going into other.
Because are they testing this stuff outside?
They're doing it. Yeah, they're planting it. There are test plots on the prairies, right?
Yeah.
And they're going ahead and doing this,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing because these are test plots that are government.
Yeah.
Who should be knowing better, who should have a sense of the precautionary principle, which is don't do it unless you know for sure what you're doing.
Yeah. Monsanto was saying, hey, we don't bear any responsibility for the damage that these seeds are causing. So it's like they're trying to have it both ways. We own it, but we don't have any responsibility for the damage it causes.
And there's more and more consumers now who are concerned about what they eat. If it isn't stopped and if we don't do it soon enough, they're going to be left having to eat what Monsanto gives them.
Both provincial and federal governments are partnering and promoting the biotech industry.
They put all this money into biotech, now they're protecting their interest.
It's a symptom of a bigger global problem, and that's corporate control, biopatenting, carving up of the genetic commons. I mean, it's actually no different to me than a jackbooted army marching into a country.
So in a way, the consumers really have to work with the farmers and say together that we got to stop this. We got to stop this corporatization control.
And farmers fighting this by themselves aren't going to win. It's the whole drive to stop this is going to come from the people that eat the food that we produce. Our little class action lawsuit that we're launching here in the province is part of the same struggle that is shown in this picture. This fellow here in the picture with his making the peace signs there, that's actually my son, and whenever I get sort of feeling like I'm getting a little tired of the struggle, I mean, I look at this picture on my office wall and I get inspired.
Yeah.